A federal freeze on most evictions that was enacted last year is scheduled to expire on Saturday, raising concerns that thousands of residents in Iowa, Nebraska, and South Dakota will be unable to afford their and could be booted from their homes. Each state has dedicated funds to helping people pay outstanding rent and utility bills, but so far only a small amount of that money has been distributed. Iowa. What's the status of eviction moratoriums in the state? Iowa's ban on evictions expired in May 2020 as Governor Kim Reynolds moved aggressively to lift coronavirus restrictions. That left the federal moratorium on evictions as the only protection for renters. What's being done to help people facing eviction? Iowa set up a rent and utility assistance program with $195 million in federal money. The aid covers up to 12 months of late rent and utility bills for renters who make up to 80% of their area's median income. Iowans also have to show that they either lost their job or experienced another significant financial blow caused by the pandemic. Iowa Finance Authority spokeswoman Ashley Jared said the state hasn't decided yet whether to apply for a second round of federal rental assistance money that is available. So far, the state estimates that $7.6 million in rent and utility assistance has been distributed to 2,753 families statewide, but that doesn't include a separate aid program for the Des Moines area that has distributed more than $15.2 million to roughly 3,400 households. Last year, Iowa distributed $31.3 million to roughly 14,000 renters through a different rental assistance program. Despite the aid programs, evictions are expected to jump in the state after the moratorium ends. We would expect to see a fairly significant increase in the next couple weeks, said Ann Bacon of the Impact Community Action Partnership Group, which is overseeing the Des Moines area programs. Right now we are just trying to keep people from becoming homeless. How are the courts handling eviction hearings? The CDC moratorium prevented many but not all evictions in Iowa. Alex Cornia, general counsel at Iowa Legal Aid, said some landlords have been able to evict people whose leases had expired by arguing that they were being evicted because of the expired lease, not because of late payments. Still, the number of eviction lawsuits statewide fell from roughly 18,000 in 2019 to 12,364 last year because of the moratoriums, Cornia said. So far in 2021, 7,318 eviction cases have been filed in Iowa courts. What is the affordability in the state's major rental markets? Iowa has a tight rental market and a shortage of affordable housing. The state reported a 4.9% vacancy rate last year, which was below the national average of 7%. Statewide, the average rent for a two-bedroom apartment last year was $774.70, which was 5% higher than in 2017, when the average rent was $738.70. Data on rental housing during the pandemic is not yet available.